Well, welcome to Van Life with Minister Mary. This is what Washington State looks like. Yes, it's pouring down, raining. It's been like this for days. It kind of stopped for a while. Yeah, like 15 minutes today. So this is what we got. Yeah. So anyway, I taught today and got out about 7:30, quarter to 8. It stopped for just a few minutes, and I was trying to convince Miss Lola here. I'll kind of hold this way so that I'm not like showing anybody's car specifically. Come on, let's go for a walkie, because it stopped for 50. No, she went before I started teaching about 4, so it makes me nervous when she doesn't go at night. But you know, what are you gonna do? So, you know, I realized yesterday when I was talking to you guys when I was cooking, like actually heating up food, I said to you about cleaning up. You know, like you have to keep things really clean and how to clean up the dishes in the van. And then I never went on to tell you how to do that. So my apologies. There's 2 things you can do. One of them is you can take alcohol, just rubbing alcohol, put it in water. More water than alcohol, obviously. And I kind of eyeball it, but you put that in a spray bottle so you can spray your dishes with that, because that'll kill germs. And then the other thing, so I have 1 bottle with that. And that's really more for like cleaning. But I also have vinegar and water in a spray bottle, and that's primarily what I use. Now today I was fortunate enough to be able to get an egg and toast for free, yay me, at someone's house. And then I got myself a Jersey Mike's sandwich, and I got a big enough one that I could do half for lunch and half for dinner. And it's usually what I do is I'll break it up. So I did that, and yeah, charged my Jackery at work, and I'm just watching this car that thinks he's on a racetrack apparently. Shall we film him? Yeah, let's film him. There we go. There goes like dum-dum. Anyway, so he wants to just like make circles around the parking lot. It's raining. Like, do you not understand? It's raining, visibility is not as good, and you shouldn't be probably doing that. But that's the only complaint I really have about this state. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The trees, the sky, the mountains, the everything, the waterfalls, the animals, the wildlife, everything. It's gorgeous. And that's kind of how everybody acts over here. I'm sure it's not everybody, but the greater majority. There we go again. Now we're gonna pull up. I don't get it. Does anybody get that? It's raining. It's a slick road. Oh, we're gonna make circles. Oh, we're gonna make donuts in the parking lot. Aren't we intelligent? Yeah, that kind of stuff just gets on my last nerve. That's what's going on. So yeah, and I've actually seen them race in this parking lot. Yeah, there it goes. There we go. Round and round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Yeah. So that one's doing donuts and then leaving. I hope he's leaving. I'm gonna be leaving soon. I'm not gonna stay here. But it's already 9:08. Target closes at 10, and I'm sitting in the Target parking lot because this is usually where Lola likes to walk. But I don't know about that tonight. Lucky. We're so smart. Now, if you're in a, you want to go a car, I can't get him on the phone. If you want to go on a car, in a car show, and you want to go room and make donuts and rev your engine, go for it, But don't do it where there's children that get out of the vehicle with their parents to go in a Target. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't, because it's not safe. It's not smart. And it's just not. So anyway, if you do that, I'm going to call you a dum-dum. Anyway, we got another one. Seriously, we got another one coming. Like, what is this, Circle Day? Hey guys, we're going to learn the shape of a circle. Okay, here's how you make it. What is going on? Anyway, that's how you clean now. You use the alcohol and water or the vinegar and water in a spray bottle. So that's one. And I meant to tell you guys that. I do have a little vacuum cleaner that's like a Dirt Devil kind of thing. It's kind of big for me in here. It takes up a little bit more room than I'd like it to. And then you got to charge it, and I'm not like ready to charge it. So what do you do in the meantime? I should put it in my garage in the back. I think tomorrow I'm going to go to my storage unit because it's Thursday and I don't work. Well, I work at night, but and that's only for one lesson. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and go to the storage, even if it may be raining, because I need a little dressy clothes for the weekend because we're having a recital. So there's that. And so I want to find something to wear, because I only have boots, you guys. I don't have like dress shoes, and it's rain. Look what it looks like outside. There's puddles on the ground. Like, I don't want to be out, walking around, and I want to wear boots. Anyway, so yeah. There you go. Anyway, so I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I think then I'll figure out what I can put in my little garage in the back, and the Dirt Devil might be one of them. We had sort of a little mini accident today, so this is part of van life. We're fine. The van's not damaged, nothing like that. I don't mean when I say accident that way. I had things kind of piled up in the back because I was kind of in a hurry, and it kind of, since I'm using the word kind of a lot, it kind of fell down. Like the jackery and everything that was piled up with it. Fortunately, the jackery didn't like tip over. It just kind of like slid off onto the pile that was on the floor. I'm like, oh no. I couldn't even walk in the back, so I was like, oh my goodness gracious. So, moral of the story, tie it down even if you're in a hurry, or put it in its proper place even if you're in a hurry, because this is what happens. Like, everything ends up on the floor. Oh, look at the circle people are starting again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. When we worked at Rite Aid, my friends and I would work at Rite Aid, and they would do this in the winter, because there'd be ice and snow, right? And they would just spin around and around, and finally we would call cops because they were doing it at all hours, and kids were literally getting out of the vehicle with their parents, and they were going to the pharmacy and getting things that were needed, and then this was stupid because it's like somebody's going to get hurt, right? And the cops will come by and basically say, stop doing that, and they'd shoo them away, and about an hour later they'd all come back and do it again. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, please don't be reckless like that. Oh, look what's in my front. That little cup my son gave me a long time ago. Teddy bear I had for a long time too, that's why he's up there. But oh, now we're gonna do it on the street, which is such a genius. Anyway, so that that's old people. When that emoji first came out, we didn't know what it was. Like y'all young ones, y'all figured it out, right? Like it's supposed to be a pile of doo-doo. We thought it was like a Hershey's Kiss, so we thought it was kisses. So what my son gave me that was around my birthday. And I said, oh, how cute. I was thinking of like a Hershey Kiss. He was cracking up. I'm like, what does that stand for? And my one friend said, you know what that is? I go, no. And then they told me, okay. I'd rather think of it as a Hershey Kiss, but anyway. So I keep him up here all the time. And he's always been with me. It's been years, like years and years. My little teddy bear sits in the front. I do have the orange vest to make it look, and the hat to make it look more. But then, then there's other things. So it's like monkeys, and those monkeys were my husband's. So he had collected monkeys and gorillas and things like that, little stuff. So that's why I have them. And I always have my family pictures. So those are things that are very important to me. I know it sounds silly, but it's a comfort thing, I think. You stripped it all away, would it make the van any less? No. Would it make it any less comfortable? No. It's just, So tonight I got to figure out where to stealth. So I usually look for streets that have big fences, so that you can park by the big fences and nobody actually sees. So that's a tip for you. As far as cleaning, I covered that now. I felt so bad. I listened to the video and I went, I started telling you good people about cleaning and then I didn't finish. I'm so sorry. My apologies on that one. I dropped the ball on that one. There's another lovely tip I thought of, but now I just forgot it. Anyway, I'll think of it next time around and report it. But this is my new phone, and I think the clarity is so much better. This is not going to be a super long video tonight. Tonight I'm tired. It is 9:15. I slept till 9:15 in the morning today. My intention was to get up earlier, but you know, good intentions, right? It didn't happen, but that was fine, you know, and I helped my daughter-in-law and did what I could. But yeah, so there you go. So this is Washington State in the big parking lot of Target. Where's that one going? Oh, well, at least that one just like hurried up to go into a parking space. Probably because it's getting late. And at least you're not making donuts. You know, it's amazing what you see when you sit in parking lots. I mean, I wouldn't advise you to do it unless you know you really want to, or you're traveling like I am, you know, being a nomad in the city. But yeah, there's a car that's way down on the end. I won't, you know, show it, but they're there quite frequently. There is a horse trailer that is being pulled by a pickup truck that was behind a Fred Meyer in their parking lot. I pass it all the time. I was there for about a week, and then it moved to behind Target here. And then by this morning, when I went to T-Mobile just to get another cord for the phone, it was over there by like T-Mobile and Red Robin and those stores. I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, if it's broken down, I understand, but you need to get help and, you know, try not to do that because you're gonna get booted out. Anyway, so far so good for us. I may want to go closer to the daughter-in-law and son's house tonight. We are having an atmospheric river again, which means our winds could go back up to 70 miles an hour. Currently, they're like 15 or 20 mile an hour gusts, so they're not bad, but you know, with rain, it's not fun. See, now the rain is slowing down, and then in an hour it could be, you know, the river let out its bottom, and it's just dumping, you know. So that's kind of what happens. Tonight's just chitty chat, just telling you what's going on. I did good at work, was tired today. Tomorrow I am going to go to storage, I already told you that. Recital this weekend for my work. So please be in prayer for me and also for my students that they do well. I'm sure they will. But for me, because I have to drive home in the dark from a place called Tacoma. Don't go to Tacoma. In the daytime, probably when all the workers are around and stuff is fine. No. I don't even want to go during the day. That's why my windows busted out on my other car. And a lot of drugs, a lot of yuck. Anyway, and I'm glad I got out of my house now that I'm reading more things coming through on the kind of updates of your neighborhood. Yeah, there's like pedophiles. I'm sure there always are going to be those around, but there's one just moved in nearby. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad to be out of there. Anyway, because I have grandkids. Sorry, mess with my grandkids. You're going to have an issue with me. Anyway, family, animals. So, I will tell you one thing. If you are living in your van, ladies, I'm talking to you now. If you're living in your van, make sure you have your weapons handy. Make sure you know where they are. Not accessible to somebody who might try to be getting in, that they can grab it or take it away from you. Do some self-defense class if you can. I took martial arts for a long time, and it's been a long time since I've done it, but I used to teach it for a little while too. I always remember the things that will take a person out immediately. I might not remember all the perfect forms, the pretty stuff. I like to put the pieces together, but I remember those pieces. I'll leave it at that. So, but I do have weapons up here in the front, weapons halfway down here, and a weapon right by my bed. So, yeah. So, and they're various places. So, ladies, don't be afraid. It could be something as simple as a claw hammer, and it could be something as simple as the flat side of a hammer, knife, bee and wasp spray. I say bee and wasp spray more than I do the mace, because bee and wasp spray will permanently blind somebody. They don't come back from that. So if somebody's causing you, you're afraid, and yeah, you're not going to see after that. Let's see, what else? Pew pew. You know about pew pew. And I just don't want them to be able to take it away from you and then they use it on you, right? So, and that's any weapon. So I have a specific weapon to martial arts in here that I was trained to use, so yeah. Anyway, those are different things you can do and use if they grab you around. I'm going to just give you an example, okay? So listen up. If somebody grabs you around your throat, what's the first response you have? You're trying to bring your hands up to pull their arm or their hand off your throat. Well, you can't, right? So that you lose time and you also lose air. Your legs are free and your hands are then free. Use your elbows, use your legs, kick back. Do I need to tell you what part? Bust it open if you have to. I don't play. So people say I'm mean with that, and I love the Lord and I love people, but if you're going to come at me like a demon, you're going to have to take it like a demon and go visit one. How do Southern people say? I love how they say it. Well, down here in the South, we have pew-pews, we have dogs, and I forgot what else she said. She said, we're going to let you meet Jesus much sooner than later. So if y'all want to come down here, feel free, because we're going to send you on. I remember the one girl said Skittles. We're going to send you on to meet Jesus. And that's kind of how I think too. It's like, if it's, you got to use your head. But I'm just saying, I'm going to put this out there because there's so much stuff that goes on. So ladies, you don't have to necessarily be afraid, but be prepared. And don't, be naive. Keep your head on a swivel. Like I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you, yeah, and I'm pointing that thing out the window, but this is the front. And there is nothing alongside of me. There is nothing behind me. And I watch when everything goes in and out of here and where they go. There's nothing behind me. I have nice big mirrors and I make sure to be careful. If you're going to be behind me and you're going to try to mess with something, you try to break in and you're hanging onto my door and I start going down the street, vroom, 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 and you're not smart enough to let go of the door, oh well, you're going to be flopping along the side of the van. I don't know what to tell you. Better let go. Skittles. Anyway, just saying. But I'm going to get off of here because I'm getting silly. But ladies, please don't be afraid. Just be aware. Lock everything up, cover everything up. Blacken out the windows. Be quick about it. Don't be on the phone. Like right now, I'm sitting here with my doors all locked and I'm watching all the way around me while I'm talking to you. But you don't have to be afraid. Just be prepared. But those are some ideas now I've given you. So take it and run with it, or not, but don't be foolish. Don't go looking for trouble, of course, but mind your business, do what you need to do and get moving. But get to stepping, as they say, but don't Don't be without. All right. I leave it at that. I love y'all. And that's what I'm telling you. So, listen, though. Do love one another as the Lord loves you. I mean, the real bad people, you still can pray for them. But you don't have to invite them over for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So, just be aware. Be aware. So, I'm going to advise you to do that. Oh, I got 2 new messages from somebody. Okay. Just be aware. But I do love you. And everybody. Male, female. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't care if you're boy or girl. There's male and female. That's it for me. Don't talk about pronouns and all that mess with me. That's my belief. Okay, you have yours, I have mine. Anyway, but I do love you, and I do wish you all the best, of course, and do try to help one another. I mean, where was I today? Or was it yesterday? Yesterday, I was walking through the store, and again, like, why do people just throw clothes on the floor and leave it there? Like, you can't pick it up. They were like brand new. It was brand new outfits. You could tell they would just put on the rack. And somebody come in, either bumped them or something, but they were out on the floor. Now somebody else wants to buy that outfit, and maybe they want to wear it, and you got it on the floor. I don't understand that. Anyway, so I picked them up. But what I'm saying, stuff like that, you need to do something as simple as that. You don't need to tell nobody, just pick it up and move on. So I'm only telling you because that's a suggestion of what you can do. So, but if you do see a need, try to fill it. And take care of one another. Actually care about one another. Check on one another too. Because a lot of times nobody checks on me. Sometimes. And then I'm like, well, geez, thanks, you know. But I have one friend that does so, fortunately. And do that. Be that one friend that does that. Anyway, the Lord does love you. If you don't have Jesus in your life and your heart, I'm going to tell you right now, it's time. I like that phrase, get to stepping. So get to stepping and get Jesus in your life and your heart. Ask him up in there in your life and heart. He's always going to be with you. He loves you. He's made you, and you're here for a reason. If you don't know what that reason is, well, ask him. He'll tell you. You wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, why am I always waking up at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning or whatever? Oh, maybe he's trying to get your attention, so start talking to him. And don't make him your Santa Claus. You know, praise him and ask him to be with you. Ask him to show you things. He will. He will. I guarantee it. So anyway, take care of one another. It's now 23 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm going to get done and then I go into this. But anyway, it's very important. Especially now we're in these end times, these crazy end times. And like I said, you see these people making donuts and riding up and down with it, not thinking about anybody else. And that's not nice. So, don't be afraid though. The Lord will be with you. He will keep you safe. And he'll always watch over you. Ask him. He will do that for you. And your family as well. Your pets, your animals, your farm animals, your pets, your, you know, grandma, your grandpa, everybody, friends, whatever. He will. Just talk to him. That's my best advice to you. And with that said, I'm going to get off of here. Look who wants to be in the video. There, she woke up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There's Lola. She woke up. I'm going to see if she wants to go potties. And then we're going to get out of here. Listen, guys, take care. Like I said, you never know what you'll see in the next video. I just had to show you the weather. It's just crazy. The rain is slowing down, so I'm going to try to take her quick and jump back in here and be on her way to settle down for the night. I know she's restless. And I know it's getting late for us. So, I will definitely see you all in the next video. And so, like I'm starting to say more, shalom. So, aloha, which means love, you know. And shalom. And aloha. Peace and love. Oh, look who's coming. Look who's coming. Who's this? Who's just sitting on my lap? We want to look out the window together. Oh, look at those big googly eyes. Well, we'll look out the window, and then I think, don't you want to go potty? You want to go for a walk? Okay, you will. All right. You want to say bye to the nice people? Say no? I'm just going to look out the window, Mom. All right. Now we're going to go see if I can run her up and down just once and get back in here. And if she does that, she'll get a cookie. Yeah, you will. Mwah. Aww. She doesn't lick or anything, but she'll try to smell me. Like way up to my face. Anyway, we're looking at raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Do. And they do over here. Anyway, love y'all. See you in the next video. Shalom. Aloha. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.